We'll visit Comic-Con Fan Days.
We'll discover a link between fashion and cancer survivors.
And we'll have a preview of the hit musical, The Addams Family.
All this and more coming up About Town.
Hello everyone, welcome to About Town. I'm Joy Goodrum.
And I'm Kathy Whiteman, and I am thrilled to have Joy Goodrum back here in the co-host chair. And I'm really excited to share some news. You've been busy because...
Oh, I've been busy, and this is a great audience for it because we are opening up the brand new La Buena Vita House here in Irving on November 10th, which will be on a Tuesday at 12 noon. We're going to have the big grand opening for the house, and the house benefits all the young boys in high school that are trying to graduate from our local schools that are homeless.
Wow.
So we're going to be providing a place for them to live. Come out and celebrate with us as we get ready to welcome those young men into our house.
What a fantastic thing.
I'm excited.
And the culmination of such a long time of work from so many great people in this community.
Huge labor of love from so many in this community, and especially
great.
from the city. So thank you to the city of Irving for the help they've given us.
It's wonderful. Well, glad you're here with me
Thank
today.
you.
And we're glad that you could join us for some news on the Irving Symphony's Disney in Concert.
Scott Churchill returns to the show with a look at the new film, Room. And we'll get the details on Unite for Troops 2015.
As always, we invite you to email us and let us know about stories you'd like to see and events you'd like to promote.
So please email us at ictn@cityofirving.org.
Comic-Con Fan Days is drawing even larger crowds, if you can believe it, to the Irving Convention Center these days. Susan Kamyaba went behind the scenes to find out what keeps the fans coming back for more.
$5 to get a picture of the Master Chief.
This event is massive. It's the biggest con we've been to. It's awesome. And I love all the cosplayers and everything, so it's great.
It's Comic-Con, and that means cosplayers have come out and fans are ready to geek out. As the Dallas Comic-Con Fan Days makes another visit to the Irving Convention Center, so do new talents and attractions.
It's a gaming lounge for the Dallas Comic-Con. We typically set up highly competitive events. Right now we're doing more of a casual play. We are offering 2 tournaments, Halo Master Chief Collection and Super Smash Bros. Melee and Super Smash Bros. 4. We're streaming it on twitch.tv/UGC right now. We have cameras set up in the space, and we've got a vendor booth for custom t-shirts, show off our 3D printed stuff we do, and all that.
It's my first time in Dallas. It is. I love it. I'm having a great time. I'm really into surrealism. That's kind of what I'm known for. I show in galleries across the United States and international galleries as well. Always been a fan of comics and horror movies, and so kind of started going the horror movie route and started showing at Comic-Cons, and kind of that's what I do now. I travel a lot to horror movie conventions, Comic-Cons, so I show a little bit of everything.
And if you're looking for a familiar face, professional cosplayer Crystal Starr made an appearance and told us who she most enjoys dressing up as.
It depends on the show. It just depends on the show. This is a Rogue, the Savage Land Rogue. I did that for San Diego Comic-Con, and I think it was College Humor and Dorkly.com voted it as like the top 3 best costumes for San Diego. So that was really fun. So that one's got like a little special place in my heart.
It was a jam-packed Fan Days event filled with celebrity guests and enthusiastic fans. For About Town, this is Susan Kamyab reporting.
Want to know what's on the fandom schedule for 2016? Visit DallasComicCon.com.
It was a day of fashion, food, and fighting cancer at the Fashion at Four Seasons Luncheon, benefiting Baylor Scott and White Medical Center, Irving. Susan Kamyab has been a very busy woman, and she's got the story for you.
So we've got some great looks to show you, and we're going to get this fall fashion party started.
Today is our very first Fashion at Four Seasons Luncheon, and we have partnered with North Park Center and some of the retailers at their shopping center today to provide community members with a really great fashion presentation during Fall Fashion Week. Proceeds from the event today are going to support the purchase of wigs for cancer patients at the Cancer Center at Baylor Scott and White in Irving. And we'll also hear from a cancer survivor today. She'll just give a quick little, a personal story and touch our hearts and warm our hearts because she's the reason why we're all here.
Joyce Flatt is a proud patient of Baylor Scott and White Medical Center Irving.
And she is a fighter, and she's able to really talk about what wigs meant to her and having options and choices and ways to feel good in spite of feeling bad. And so we're just really happy that she's here to share that message about what it means to be a patient and have this for yourself.
And I cannot brag enough on Baylor and the services. The Survivor Girl is what this event is all about. And the Survivor Girl group, they actually have a facility in several of the hospitals and one in Plano as well, and they help you get a wig. Of course, ladies, our identity is in our hair and our makeup and how we're presented. When you lose your hair, it's traumatic.
Joyce confidently stood on stage and told her story while inspiring many. The Fashion at Four Seasons Luncheon showed off some great fall wear while benefiting to a good cause. For About Town, this is Susan Kamyab reporting.
Absolutely. And I'm so crazy about the shoes she has on. I bought some for myself.
To learn about other events to support Baylor Scott and White Irving, visit healthyirving.org.
Disney princesses and more come to the Carpenter Performance Hall when the Irving Symphony presents Disney in Concert. Maestro Hector Guzman joins me with the details. So can I just tell you that I am absolutely 12 years old right now with excitement about this Disney in Concert.
Well, you and everybody else that I have talked to, I mean, it's just that there's something about the Disney films and the music from those films that just makes you a kid at heart once again. So yeah, I'm not surprised.
Well, you guys have been in rehearsal, learning the music and sort of absorbing these orchestrations for the music. And so I want to ask you from a very well-heeled professional's point of view. We're looking at music that's written for kids, but not exclusively for kids.
Oh no, the show is, it runs, I've seen the script. And in fact, I have some participation in it that I didn't know.
Oh boy.
But the script follows more like a Broadway show. It's a multimedia presentation. You have still pictures, you have videos, high quality video. You have beautiful orchestration of just about everything that Disney did, and 4 Broadway caliber singers, so 2 male and 2 females.
Oh, that's great.
And they put the show together, and then they just give you a tour, so to speak, musical tour of the major film music that you will remember immediately. So it is, for kids, but geared for everyone.
And you can really get some good grandma points if you bring your granddaughters to see this concert.
Absolutely, yeah. And it is a very well done deal. I have worked with Disney before, but their show was not as complete. This one takes you in a memory lane from the Pinocchio, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty type, all the way to Frozen and the most current films, and the music played with the video and then with these 4 singers. It's really fantastic.
It does. It sounds absolutely beautiful. So again, from that professional's point of view, we're talking about very sophisticated orchestrations. How much fun are you and your fellow musicians having putting this together?
Well, they already, we have been giving them their music because they need to, well, I tell you, the greatest challenge is to perform the music at the same speed as the video, because the video is silent completely. So we accompany the video,
wow,
the film.
That is challenging.
So the challenge is to make sure that you finished exactly where the film stops and then begin exactly where the video begins. So that's the greatest challenge. So we're looking forward to it.
All right, so that's coming up on Saturday, November 14th at 8 p.m. And I know that there's one other thing you guys are doing, and if your kids are coming, they'll have an opportunity to little photo op.
Yeah, the Irving Symphony is providing a photographer, so if you can bring your kid with your favorite Disney character, and you can have your picture taken, compliments of the ISO.
That'll be fun. And you've got a big sponsor for this, and we don't want to leave them out, because when you got a corporate sponsor that comes up with something like this, you want to thank them.
No, we're very grateful that Kimberly Clark has stepped in as the title sponsor for this concert. And you know, this was something that they're interested in, the community, family, children. And so it was down around their alley when we proposed that to them, and they just jumped at the opportunity. So we're very grateful and looking forward to having them also at the concert.
That is great. Well, what a wonderful benefit to the community.
That's right.
Folks, again, that is Saturday, November 14th at 8 p.m. in Carpenter Performance Hall, Disney in Concert, performed by the exquisite Irving Symphony Orchestra. Thank you, Hector.
Thank you, Kathy.
Scott Churchill brings us a look at the new film Room and a preview of Spectre, the latest addition to the James Bond films.
One evening when the sun went down and the jungle fire was burning, down the tracks came a hobo hiking, and he said, boys, I'm not turning. I'm headed for a land that's far away, beside the crystal fountain. I guess they still can't hear us.
Room is a film that raises the question, what would being a parent be like in a locked room? How could you best hope to raise a child completely removed from society from birth? And what would happen if you emerged into modern life after living apart from it all or part of your existence?
Do you remember how Alice wasn't always in Wonderland?
She fell down, 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 deep in a hole.
Right, well, I wasn't always in Room. I'm like Alice. Now we've got a chance.
I'm scared.
I know. Truck.
Truck.
Wiggle out.
Wiggle out.
Jump.
Jump.
Run.
Run.
Room is based upon the best-selling novel by Emma Donoghue, which in part was inspired by true stories of captivity. But what this film explores takes us beyond the captivity itself to the emotional trauma that lingers even in those who manage to survive. An independent production sensitively directed and brilliantly acted by its small cast that includes Brie Larson and the astonishing Joan Allen, Room is a movie that will stay with you for a long time. It's currently playing in select theaters and opens wide this weekend.
In the big rock candy mountain, there's a land that's clear and bright. I'm headed for a land that's
Thanks for saving our little girl.
beside the crystal fountain. You're gonna love it.
What?
The world.
Also opening this weekend is the Dallas Opera's production of Tosca, which will be simulcast live from the Winspear Opera House on Friday, November 6th at the Clyde Warren Park across from the AT&T Performing Arts Center in downtown Dallas. The action begins at 6:30 p.m. and the opera begins at 7:30.
This organization, do you know what it's called?
Its name is Spectre.
We'll close with this preview of the new James Bond film, Spectre, starring Daniel Craig, with co-stars Léa Seydoux, Monica Bellucci, and Christoph Waltz, which opens this weekend in the Metroplex.
Why did you come? I came here to kill you. And I thought you came here to die. Well, it's all a matter of perspective.
Spectre is currently playing at AMC Irving Mall and Regal MacArthur Marketplace. You can find Room in an exclusive engagement at the Angelica Film Center in Plano and the Magnolia in Dallas.
Unite for Troops is an event where we come together as a community to say thank you to our servicemen and women and our veterans. Cindy Porter and Darlene Dean bring us the details for this year's event, and what an event it's going to be. So let me start with you, Cindy. This event is always so much fun. Tell us what's in store this year.
We have a great amount of entertainment. The city's bringing out the stage. We'll have entertainment all day. We have a street closed down, food, tons of things for kids to do, everything free, community booths, and we have one group that's going to bring out dogs and do some dog training exercises.
Oh, fun.
And Home Depot is bringing out toolboxes to make. So all of it's free for the kids, and it's a great day of entertainment while we collect items to ship to our troops overseas, and we spend the day appreciating and telling our veterans thank you.
Okay, I think that's wonderful. And Darlene, you come in with all of these items, and you want to encourage people to get in there and help out.
We ask businesses and schools and individuals to collect items. We have a list for them to look for and bring that to the day of the event or to Sidney Porter's Army Navy store sooner. And then my team divides it all up into to packages, and then you get a care box and you individually go and you put items in there with a note from you and things like that, and then we ship it to Afghanistan, Africa, and Alaska today, this year.
And that's huge.
To
and
the
that's
USOs.
one of the things that has happened this year is that you've had so many people come to you and say, hey, our troops here, 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 and here need help, and we need some help for Unite for Troops to get those packages to them.
Absolutely. And this is the first year we've asked for finances. In the past, we've shipped to 2 of the USOs. This year, we'll be shipping to 7.
Wow.
And we're calling on our community to bring supplies, and that part's looking great. But we need wings for our boxes. And for $20 a box, we can get another one to our troops overseas.
That's great.
And they are calling for it, and everyone can make a big difference.
That's great. So it can be groups that can come together and put together as much money as they can to send some of the boxes, or individuals.
Yes, and we'll also be holding an auction and a raffle, and we've got some pretty spectacular things that we're going to have out there to bid on.
All right, wonderful. So let's not forget to say when this is taking place. This is Saturday, November 14th?
Absolutely.
When will the fun kick off, and where should we meet?
It starts at 10 and it ends at 4 with Joshua Experience Big Band Orchestra. And the parking is over at the Heritage Center, and they provide a bus to transport you to our front door.
Fantastic.
And it is tax deductible.
And it's tax deductible. What more can we ask for, folks? That's great, ladies. Thank you so much for taking time to be here today. Take a look at unitefortroops.com for more details, and if you want to bring over items or buy a donation early, you can go right over to Porter's Army Navy store. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you, Joy.
Mainstage Irving Las Colinas kicks off their 2015-2016 season with the ghoulishly delightful musical, The Addams Family. And here's Kathy with a preview.
If you think you know the Addams, well, there's lots of history.
It started with the cartoon in the New Yorker.
To the TV series, which, you know, I grew up on.
And then we also know him from Raul Julia in the movie.
Now the Broadway musical. It's quite a lifespan for a story.
Charles Addams would do these quirky little wonderful pen and ink drawings, and the Addams Family was born that way. And it got to where it grew into, you knew all the members of the family.
And what a family. Gomez and Morticia.
Ooh, I didn't think of that.
Besides, she'll have plenty of boys.
Wednesday and Pugsley.
That's the real issue.
Uncle Fester, Cousin It, Lurch. And who could forget Grandma?
She's hilarious. She comes on, she gives the one-liners, the zingers, tells it how it is, and then walks off stage.
I am Gomez Addams, the patriarch of the family. And he is kind of a buffoon.
Damn you and your lightning reflexes.
Was we have right for Charlie Sheen? Who's to say?
It's about Uncle Fester. It's all about Uncle Fester. I thought it was called the Uncle Fester Show, but apparently they changed it to the Addams Family.
Combine this phenomenal cast with great dancing.
Big production numbers, yes. There's probably 4 or 5, I guess, that are large, full ensemble.
Incredible music.
Let the normal things
Lipa did the score, and it's glorious. There's some beautiful tunes that you will leave humming.
And a surprisingly sweet message.
The whole show's about love and family values. There are many love stories going on.
It's beautiful. It's a really beautiful story.
And you'll see the Addams Family in a whole new way. This is Kathy Whiteman reporting.
go.
Addams Family runs November 6th through the 21st in the Dupree Theater. Call 972-252-ARTS to get your tickets.
Are you ready for a wild night? Well, I've got the details on that wild night with Crystal Scanio and Christina Winters-Gears. And where are we going to be, Christina? A wild night where?
Madagascar.
Oh my gosh, and look at all these props, ladies. So let's talk a little bit about where this Madagascar idea comes from. Can you talk about that, Crystal?
Absolutely. We represent 95 different countries in Irving ISD, 56 different languages spoken. So we really think of this gala as us highlighting the diversity in Irving. So we want to show that we have these different countries representing our schools. So each year we pick a different country. Last year was Brazil. Last year was India. The year before was Brazil. And then we've had France, and then this year, of course, Madagascar.
What a great idea, and what a great way to honor the kids in this community that come from all of these diverse backgrounds to say, hey, we're going to highlight your country of origin or your country, heritage. And Madagascar, what a great idea. So, Christina, tell me a little bit about the stuff. We've got lemurs here.
We're going to have live lemurs.
At the gala.
At the gala.
A live one here, so
no,
we brought.
No, they'll have handlers. We're also going to have an 8-foot snake, a white albino snake, and hedgehogs.
Oh my gosh.
And of course, Connie Dunn is going to be doing the decorations. So it's going to, when you walk into the Four Seasons Ballroom, you will be in Madagascar.
You will know that you're ready for a wild night.
Right. And then Melody is, she is a wonderful woman that we met down at the African American Museum. She's going to be doing face painting.
Fabulous.
Yes. So we're going to have real tribal face painting available.
Oh, that's going to be great. And then, of course, you guys premiered them already at your sort of get-ready party. Band and Choros performing.
Yes, they're going to perform also. And we're going to have baobab trees. Baobab trees are kind of like upside-down trees. This one's short, but mostly they're very long, tall pillars, and it looks like their roots are on the top.
I love that. And this, of course, benefits the Irving Schools Foundation, which means it benefits our students and teachers in Irving. Tell us a little bit about what's going on so far. You guys have raised a bit of money.
We have. To date, we've raised about $350,000. Last year, we raised $417,000, so we are well on our way to getting to that goal again. The money raised at this event goes towards our STEM programs, and specifically this year we want to raise money for robotics. We're trying to get robotics into our middle schools, which is a funny thing. We try to get the kids excited about robotics. They think that they're playing, but really they're learning math, science, collaboration, and other skills.
That's great.
The other area we're trying to fund is our welding program. That's been a really big desire from a lot of our companies in the area that want welding and skilled labor students. So we're excited to bring that to Irving ISD.
And again, another way you guys are partnering with people in the community to get students ready to, productive lives. And this is the thing that the foundation is all about. So I want to ask, that evening, with all of this stuff going on, you've got some great ways to raise some money. And one of them is a fabulous trip.
Yes, to Africa. It's 7 days. And 5 of those days are on a safari in Kruger Park. And of course, it's not to harm the animals, it's just to take pictures. And it's the trip of a lifetime.
It absolutely is. All right, so the fun begins on Friday, November 20th at?
Starts at 6 p.m. for our VIP, and then 7 p.m. for the rest of our guests. And of course, the doors will open at 7:30 for the party.
That's great. And this, of course, is at the Four Seasons.
Yes.
And if people want to get tickets, I know you still have some available. Who do they need to call?
They can call our office at 972-600-5018, or they can visit our website at irvingschoolsfoundation.org.
Fantastic. Ladies, thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you,
I am
always.
ready for my wild night in Madagascar.
Yes.
He's ready too.
Perfection. Back to you, Joy.
David Shannon goes to the museum, and the work of this talented illustrator highlights our calendar of events this week. You can see his work in the Carpenter lobby through January 31st. Here's a look and a list of things to get you moving about town.
And here's some other exciting events happening about town. The NAACP Education Summit is Saturday, November 7th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Ben Washington Baptist Church Shepherd Building. And Lyric Stage's Grand Hotel continues through November 8th in Carpenter Performance Hall. Call 972-252-ARTS for tickets.
The Lone Star Youth Orchestra presents Symphonic Voyage on November 11th at 7 p.m. in Carpenter Performance Hall. And the second annual Blue Red Run is Sunday, November 15th at Williams Square. The run kicks off at 8 a.m. Visit DallasAthletesRacing.com for more information. And that's all for this edition of About Town. Thanks for joining us.
Please be sure to tune in next time for highlights from the 2015 Ms. Mature Irving pageant.
And we'll also visit Champion Karate Academy in Valley Ranch, and we'll have highlights from Unite the Troops 2015.
We'll leave you tonight with another look at the Addams Family. For About Town, I'm Kathy Whiteman.
And I'm Joy Goodrum. Have a great evening, and we'll see you About Town.